We return to the distant spring, as we shall until only one part remains, actually. I feel it's late enough into the game for me to mention that. So, once again, bomb rocking in the house tonight. Nobody's gonna have a good time. And once more, I want to make sure that I use the bridge before the sheer grubs eat it, because they will eventually. And we're going to grab whatever munitions the world sees fit to give us. Oh, so we actually got a good haul this time. Not too bad. Now I just got to make sure that the idiot from before isn't one of the ones carrying them, because he'll blow us all up. I think we might have enough to clear that wall without going to the second cache. And if that's the case, let's go ahead and start our demolition now. Marvelous. I couldn't have hoped for a better result. For once, the bomb rocks did not blow up in my face, so to speak. Thankfully, dismissing them into the onion does not cause the bomb rock to immediately detonate the way that some of our doubting Thomases in the audience might well think. Because now, it's time for us to take a much more aggressive stance against the natives. Those two gates were the only thing stopping us from the other half of the level, and now that we have them out of the way, it's time to wreak a terrible vengeance. There are many, many things to beware. Chiefly us. He's so fast! Get on the Hydra's back! Okay. Now, if you're noticing this place has a lot of very particular puzzles in it, you would be correct. You know, this isn't actually such a bad idea. The speed of the red leaves will be to our benefit while removing the threats in the area. The way the droplets work in Pikmin 1 and 2 is a little bit strange. You can basically put an infinity number of Pikmin on the droplet, just so long as they all get to it before the drinking animation is completed. Oh, come on, why do you guys suddenly have so much more health? We were able to kill you guys deathless before. What a pain. Unfortunately, there's like a million of these guys. Try to get closer to behind here. Finally. A little bit of good luck. Anyway, we're here anyway. Might as well start dealing with these guys. Throw, Olimar, please. Thank you. Okay, I'll let you pick grass one time. You don't need to make it a habit now. Oh, good. You again. Come on. A lot of the guys around here are just kind of designed to be annoying, not really difficult. Oops. I just walked into a flame geyser and got knocked down and hit by it a second time. Let's not do that again. Anyway, we need to open some of these gates and start preparing ourselves for what yet to come. Because there's lots more we're going to have to deal with before this is all done. Of course, having only lost 20 Pikmin for having such a combat-rich an area, you know, not too bad. I wonder if I can just throw them over the log. No. But I bet you I can get them next to it. Is there an invisible wall there? What's this crap? Let's give ourselves a handy little shortcut, which we're going to need regardless, so don't overthink it. That'll help. Not really how you're supposed to tackle that one, but it's a big bag of whatever as far as I'm concerned. 80 reds ought to be enough for an armored cannon beetle anyway. So I can't say I'm too worried about this. If you guess that this fella has a ship part, you'd be right. This time, however, we're using a bit more of an optimal strategy. Combat Pikmin for the combat roll. We're behind you. Behind you. I discovered the bowsprit. With this piece installed, my ship should regain some of its sleek shape. Alright guys, load them up. Don't care what you prioritize, get going. Should help make up for lost numbers and get us another part for the day. Why? Why are you taking such a weird path? Is it because the area is so corpsey? I suppose that would be a fair complaint, given how many things I've killed today. And yesterday. And the day before. And the day before. And the day before. Really, when you start to think about it, you're a little less heroic than you might think, given how many wild animals you've had to kill in order to get where you are today. I, however, am okay with that. Also, if that fact that my health bar is buzzing right now is annoying, there is an easy fix. No pun intended. I've recovered 24 of 30 ship parts. And I've recovered full health. Valimar stands beneath his ship and taps the button. He heals completely. No muss, no fuss. Bowsprit, the so-called face of the dolphin. In point of fact, I designed it. I've got 25 parts. And that recovers all 20 red Pikmin that I lost in combat, and then some. Let's go ahead and pluck, and then we're going to get rid of that other puffy blowhog to make our days a little bit easier. Alright, Leaves, get up in here. I will complete that puzzle tomorrow, as I don't 100% remember how to do it, and I'm fairly certain it requires yellows. Better not go to a place where the Pikmin will be distracted near the water. Really, this kind of seems like asking for it, right? That's unfortunate, but the biggest threat to our lives is now dealt with. Some more bomb rocks should we require them. Another way to the river. Well, let's open up this shortcut and assess our situation otherwise. Oh, buzz off. I'll kill you later. Yeah, got a part up there. Rather, in there, which will be very easy to get. We have a couple puzzle parts that are going to require cooperations of yellows and blues. And... yeah. Both of these, I believe, are like throwing puzzles involving yellows and blue Pikmin. Yeah, no, I'm remembering this pretty well. This should be the last major obstacle we need to remove to get free reign of the distant spring. Then we'll use those reds to get rid of those guys and try to grab that last part. Even if we can't get it to the ship, we can get it closer to the ship, which is, you know, good enough. Nicely done. There we go. Yeah, don't worry about corpse collecting. It's not really important right now. At last, my pilot seat. Once I get this installed, my cockpit will finally be back in order. Soon, my ship will be starting to look more and more like the Dolphin of old. Ah, the memories. Full speed, gentlemen. I'd like to get this home today, if I reasonably can. At this point, I think everything is a matter of blues and yellows. That's going to be yellows, that's going to be blues and yellows, and... yeah, once we have this one home, it's blues and yellows all the way down. There's a couple puzzles, and not really much in the way of combat for this area. We've destroyed everything that could have conceivably been a threat to us. Yeah, let's just see what we can do in terms of corpse harvesting. This late into the day, I did really kind of doubt we'll get much of anything, but we might as well try. The ship's not that far, right? Rather than dividing our numbers up, we'll try to just get the big ones if we reasonably can. 15 should be enough. Excellent. They were able to get the part back, which is really what matters here. Pilot seat. Picturing this in the cockpit, images of me lifting off into space begin to fill my taxed brain. Fills me with inspiration once again. Now I covered 26 of 30 parts. Just 3 more. They look very silly carrying those things. I think they can make it. Don't have any strays. No, but we do have some sprouts I need to grab. Whoops. Haha, those guys weren't going to make it. Alright, we should be good now. Yeah, that was a little overly ambitious, but hey, we got the part back, and that's really what matters. Yeah, our dolphin is actually looking pretty good now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Whoops, I did leave someone behind. Well, you were probably an idiot and you deserved it. "13 days since impact. Pikmin did not bring back to the Onion all vanished overnight. It may well be that they have fallen prey to the planet's nocturnal creatures. An ugly thought. Perhaps that is why they follow me into the atmosphere. I'm starting to grasp the cycles of life on this planet. How many did I leave behind? One. Literally just one. Well, you know what? It was a learning experience, both for him and for us. And now it's a puzzle day. With all of our major threats, with the exception of the water dumples removed, we should be able to just focus on getting these last 3 parts and have a relatively infuriating day. I'm just going to do 50-50 across blues and yellows, and I think we'll just go from there. There's going to be Candy Pop Bud shenanigans, which is never a fun time. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do 60-40. I have more blues than yellows anyway, so... Having culled the wild predators and nuisances of this area, this really shouldn't be too annoying, but I'm just going to warn you guys, it's going to get annoying, because these puzzles aren't that great. You know what? Let's pull on some of that grass, shall we? Having more flowers is never a bad thing, especially on a day like today. Okay, gang. So, you might be wondering, Snek, what's the deal? What are we doing here? Well, since I don't have Titaku to ask me that question, that's what you're hypothetically asking me. Anyway, first we need them to build a stick. Why did it sound like a wall was falling? Anyway, I forgot how the rest of the puzzle works, but I'll figure it out. Alright, I'm supposed to navigate Pikmin around here slowly and frustratingly, and I took the shortcut. I don't remember how many... Whoops, I shouldn't have done it like that. It's fine. Why? Why did you, like, throw yourselves down? What are you doing? There's a thing as being too stupid, you know. There so a few more up there, and then we're gonna just walk back around. Okay, excuse me a minute while I sort this out. Yeah, I don't remember liking a lot of these puzzles, and I remember as a kid... I say kid, I was like in middle school when the GameCube was new. I remember getting really frustrated with this a bit, just because, like, the puzzles in the Distant Spring are kind of super annoying. Okay, only need 10. So I was right, it is a relatively low amount of Pikmin. Stick, stick, stick. Becky got stick. Blue and yellow. No. Anyways, you have the option of just walking Pikmin up here, but I guarantee you this is easier and way less stupid. I found my UV lamp. The only problem with this handheld light is that it can be a bit too bright at times. I have to remember to wear my sun visor whenever I look into it. Not too bad of a problem to have when you're in the cold depths of space. Okay, get on the stick. Yeah, I kind of forgot that I have to kind of jump in after them now, don't I? Yeah. Let's, Okay, thank you. Yes, wonderful. Camera. Cooperate. Otherwise, they're getting left behind, and I've already done that once, so I'd rather not do it again. Upside. New part. And, I mean, not exactly a speed run strat, but, I mean, we got it back in relatively good time. Sandy light is great for tanning, but it doesn't seem to have any real relation to the dolphin's flight capabilities. I doubt that it will affect my escape from this planet. Perhaps there are other parts that are like this as well. Now covered 27 parts. Okay, now we're done with that nonsense. We can just kind of start making for the shore now. I left a yellow behind. Well, if I save you, I save you. If I don't, you die. I hope that's a lesson to you. At any rate, if you're wondering how this is going to be handled, it's really not complicated at all. But first things first, those water dumples have got to go. Okay, so, yeah, few fatalities. At this point, I'm very okay with that. I thought you could throw blues up there relatively easily. What's going on here? Come on, don't be stupid forever, please. Just gotta get a bunch of blues up there, doesn't really matter. And then we're just gonna throw them across. I don't know if my solutions to these problems is the most optimal or not, but it's the solutions I'm using. I found my number 2 Ionium jet. It's easy on the eyes and its fuel efficiency is easy on the budget. Ah, so for once Olimar got a good deal, instead of just getting ripped off constantly. Anyway. You see, in essence, we could have turned... no, we do need to. I should need my camera to go out a little bit further, so I don't remember the exact nature of this beast. Yes, we had to convert blues into yellows and then back, because this puzzle is goofy. Now, if you're wondering, Snek, how does a Pikmin change in this fashion? Well, it's very simple. These very large flowers that kind of call attention to themselves are called candy pop buds. And the candy pop buds do some pretty neat things. Chiefly, they will change Pikmin of one color into Pikmin of another color. I forget how many times we can do this, but I think it's just enough to get that part. Whatever, I'm taking some extras just in case. I thought the candy pop buds died eventually, but maybe I'm so used to harvesting purple Pikmin that that's just not true in this game. The ads for these jet boast that with excellent mileage is easy on the family budget, the jet will keep your wife smiling and propel you to a happy home life. I heard 28 parts. So if you're wondering if that Pikmin I just threw in there is dead because it's not popping out anymore, the answer is no. There is a way to trigger candy pop buds into closing and spitting out their seeds, which is just bumping them a whole bunch. Ta-da! Now, ample Pikmin to do the job. I probably actually have more than I rightfully need. But that's okay. I want to get as close to the ledge as I reasonably can and start throwing. And yes, we do want to collect the rest of our boys because I'm trying not to leave Pikmin behind if I reasonably can. So, same idea. Yellow Pikmin go a tiny bit further than where the cursor predicts they will. So you don't need to worry about that too much. Anyway, grab some yellows and start throwing. I only needed 20 after all. Look at me being an overachiever. Anyway, let's get it down to the ground. I found my Chronos reactor. Using strange new technology, this machine is able to warp the space-time continuum and turn it into energy. I'm constantly amazed at how many mysteries are locked inside the parts of my ship. That sounds like a load of hooey, but what do I know? Anyway, the yellow part of this puzzle is now complete. Alright, my yellow boys, come on. Yeah, really overdid it on the yellows. I'm not so cruel as to kill yellows deliberately, so I won't be doing that. There we go. Oops. Let's just gonna turn the blue into another blue seed, so that doesn't really hurt anything at all. Anyway, once we get 20 of these guys up, we can just send them home with the reactor, and we can clean up the mess we made in the meantime. When the second game gives you the pluckaphone, things get so much easier. Alright. Load them up, take them out, rawhide. For some reason, I remember these puzzles being way more annoying. Maybe little me was just really bad at puzzles. My time spent playing Professor Layton has not been spent in vain. Anyway, why don't you guys just collect these, and we'll just get out of here. All on one. Don't need to have guys sitting around till sunset. And you idiots can help with the reactor. Get this thing going at a little bit more of an expedient pace. Are you guys about to go through the fire geysers? Okay, just checking. You guys have done dumber things than that. You're going through the water, aren't you? Oh my god, you went to the water. Why did you do that? Oh my god. I cannot believe you legit just... Was that retaliation? Was that you guys rebelling against me for turning you guys into yellows? You guys just got salty that I made you the worst Pikmin type? I don't know what to do with that. That was the most self-destructive thing I've ever seen Pikmin willingly do. And I still have to fish that idiot out of the hole. I'm not doing a very good job of it. I cannot believe they just did that. Of all the things they could have chosen to do, they decided to follow the blues pathfinding. Get on the stick. Okay, today was quite the exercise, but I have conquered the last bit of the distant spring. Nothing remains in terms of ship parts here. There's technically a boss fight, but I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like I want to kill myself right now. Okay, that was slightly dumber than necessary, but we came out on top. Chronos reactor. This reactor changes permutations in the space-time continuum into pure energy. Basically, it's like a big rubber band. I have recovered 29 of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. And, yeah, there's really nothing left for us to do. So, we're just gonna leave. Technically, I could have gone after some of the bodies, but, like, who cares at this point? We have way more than enough, and only one last major obstacle to overcome. "14 days since impact. At last, but a single part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, Dolphin's power is near capacity. In the forest depths below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly, this is my final trial. My life support fails in 16 days. Courage." like that's the biggest thing. Like, I only have 16 days to recover one part. Speedruns of this game also cause that to be pretty funny, given I think that the shortest is the 7-day challenge, I believe. So you would basically say something like, you know, I have 29 parts. That means I only have, like, 24 days left. So, the final trial is exactly what it sounds like. It is an opportunity for you to take everything that you have learned and put it to use. So, let's size up the situation. It's not a very big area, but there are a lot of moving parts. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a simple 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. There's also candy pop buds here, in case you need to renegotiate your Pikmin colors. There's just going to be a lot happening, and I'm not good at it, so we're going to grab the blues and start them on this bridge. Get to work. So, while they're busy, I'm going to have to be very careful in negotiating bomb rocks, because that's really all that Nintendo could think of for yellows. It's like they're one thing in this game, really. Giving them the... Whoops. Well, that's unfortunate, but I don't really have the time or, you know, energy to save you right now, so... Sucks. Maybe you shouldn't be the worst type in the game. Alright, you little pyromaniacs, load up. So, you might have put together what it is the game wants us to do here. And what the game wants us to do is to die. Because bomb rocks are involved. So if you use your whistle at all, you automatically lose this puzzle and basically have to start the day over again. If you step into the water, you lose the puzzle and you have to start the day over again. I've heard that there are conditions under which more bomb rocks are available, but I've never seen it happen. Do not... Nope, you're on your own. Excuse me, gents. Even the blues realized what was happening and was like, oh god, no, not the bomb rocks, anything but that! So, these guys can all get busy on this. Except for this little insane mad lad, so you can just chill there. Anyway, he's going to be busy a minute, so while I'm doing that, I might as well bring these guys back and have them help out. You know, I forgot that it only took 3 bomb rocks. I actually thought it was a full 9 set, so... really went overboard on my preparations here. It's been a minute since I last played, what can I say? You guys just want to drown, don't you? It's just like your thing. You just want it. You can't help yourselves. Anyway, you guys help the blues. It's a bridge built, so it'll be done well before I'm done with the last part of the puzzle. The reds, meanwhile, need to have a different task. Alright, so the bridge is done. Now, thing with reds is they're immune to fire. So, they're going to go up the fire path for us. As you see, even though the bridge is built, the reds and blues, or rather the yellows and blues, cannot go any further. This is where the reds are going to come in, by coming around the side and assisting with that big box in the way. Which they should be getting to any second now. There we go. So, yeah, that's the puzzle. We are done. Now, there is one last step, which is that gate in our way. But, I mean, obviously, we've dealt with gates like this many times before. It's not really that big of a threat. And... see, I'm missing some guys. There we go. Gosh, I'm sure that looks harmless. I'm sure everything's just peachy. Okay. So... this next encounter is a little tricky, and blues basically have no role in it, so I'm going to put all my blues away. They are done for the game. They no longer need to do anything for us ever again. In fact, why am I holding on to so many yellows while I'm at it? Like 20 yellows is enough. The rest of my party needs to be nothing but reds. Alright, I went across the bridge. Okay. Nothing good's gonna come from this. Just an FYI. No, wait, actually, what I need to do is get a singular yellow who is not currently carrying a bomb rock. And now the fight begins. Welcome to the final boss of the game. Where'd my bomb rocker go? Alright, I don't have the ability to switch Pikmin I'm holding like I do in Pikmin 2. Get with the program there, mate. That was a bad start, but not the end of the world. Whoops. I should probably stop force-feeding in Pikmin before I make the situation worse for myself. I really wish I could just command what Pikmin I want into my hand. That would be just incredible. Well, it was just yellows. I'm not that broken up. Whoops. I suppose ritual sacrifice is an option. Not what I'm really going for, but technically an option. I'm really not trying to be this careless, I'm just stupid. Dang it. Getting onto that little flappy chin cheekbone thing he has is really the best strategy because he has a hard time reaching there, and he can still do some damage. Let's get away, it's not worth it. Now, normally there's supposed to be bomb rockers involved in the strategy, and I ceased caring. It sounded like we were mostly on a shell, so let's maybe not do that. Now, when his health starts getting low, he starts busting out some other nasty tricks that we need to be on the lookout for. Chiefly that. Well, he got the bomb rock all right. He was supposed to eat it, but, well, I guess in the end, that's just life. Whoops. When he does that big tongue lunge, it's a good opportunity to get the damage in on him. When he's doing this, you really just want to stay away. Normally what you're supposed to do is get him to eat a bomb rock without eating the Pikmin attached to it. If you pull that off, he gets a very big stun window, and you're basically free to just kind of wail on him as much as you want. However, I'm an idiot. I kind of forgot where the bomb rocks in this area are, and I hate bomb rocks. So at this point, we're going to do things the hard way. The very hard way. Damn it. That was not good. Nothing good came out of that. You know what, you guys just distract him. I'm just gonna get some reinforcements. The old standby of throw enough numbers that my problem will save the day is going to be the order of the day. Shame the red onion is the one furthest away, but whatever, this is how we're doing things. Actually, for someone who completely forgot what my strategy was before I even started the fight, I actually did pretty okay. We actually almost beat him. Alright, victims. He's down to about an eighth of his max HP, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you to clean up the mess. It doesn't matter if we get the part back in the same day, that's besides the point. Oh, don't worry that you're all leaves. I'm sure he won't smash you all into oblivion. If anything, you can think about it as just composting. Aggressively. Anyway, we need to kill this guy in the same day, otherwise he recovers all his health. Okay, thanks. Let's get to it. He just looks so stressed when he does that, you know? I think the max he can do that is 3 times, and then he's forced to stop. See, there's actually there's a lot of people in the fandom who have a really weird attachment for this guy. At long last, I found the final part. My secret safe. It's as full as ever. How glad I am I persisted in my search without losing hope. Now I can leave this planet without any regrets. Maybe I'll even stop and pick up some souvenirs for my wife and kids back to planet Hokotate. Yeah, that's pretty small potatoes given what you just did to me. Now, will we make it back in the same day? That's the interesting question, is it not? We have an in-game hour to do this, which is not a lot of time. I believe this is the only part in the game that can be held by 100 Pikmin simultaneously, so it literally doesn't matter what colors we use. I mean, it kind of matters on account that some have flowers and some don't. But if we can do it on day 15, that's still the basic ratio of 2 parts to the day. Oh, it's 95. I thought it was 100. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's really just kind of a final formality, one last victory lap now that you've beaten the biggest, baddest monster in the game, even if you did it like me, and in the worst way possible. But really, I cleared all the puzzles and the boss fight in the same day. I'd call that pretty decent Dandori for someone who was an idiot. 5 seconds remaining on day 15. The Snek has gathered all 30 parts. I finally recovered every ship part. Now I can return home to Hokotate. The fully finished dolphin. Not bad at all. Yep. We're automatically taken to end of day, no matter how much time we had left in the day. Well, so long, idiots. Don't have an extinction event while I'm away. What's the use? You know it'll happen. We'll be gone 15 seconds, and they'll, like, fall into the water of their own volition. Except the blues, who will catch fire somehow. Yeah, see, immediately we leave, and they immediately start picking on apex predators. This is why they don't last between games. Because they do stuff like this. Exactly like this. And thus, we take off. Oh, what's this? Onions? Onions of every color? Onions of many colors that have never been used? Yes, it is true. Quite a bit of speculation in the early fandom days when that scene was first witnessed. Olimar gets to take off to the stars, back to his family, his friends, and definitely no corporate mismanagement at all. And definitely not immediately sent into slave labor. The story of Pikmin is really just one slave driver overpowering the next. Olimar commands the Pikmin, but Olimar is commanded by his boss. In the end, we did it in 15 days, which for me is pretty good. 640 Pikmin survived my incompetence, and 460 Pikmin perished by having to, work under me, with 1,797 Pikmin total taken into consideration. Well done, team. Well done. Now, the 5 ship parts that are not mandatory are the Nova Blaster, Space Float, Massage Machine, UV Lamp, and Secret Safe. So, yeah. Why the Libra and Sagittarius are mandatory, even though they literally don't contribute to the ship at all? I don't know. I just don't know. And that was Pikmin 1. It's still one of my favorite Nintendo franchises ever, really. It's such a fun idea. This fanciful world where the ecosystem is just trying to survive with or without your presence, but you end up in the middle of it whether you mean to or not. It's actually a brilliant conceit for a game. There was a Dreamcast game called Lack of Love, which touched on a similar theme, but I don't believe that one ever left Japan. That said, this is still a great game. I would say Pikmin 1, combat-wise, is the hardest, though Pikmin 2, level design-wise, is probably the hardest overall. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you want to see me do the rest of the series. I'd be happy to do that, especially as Pikmin 2 is one of my favorite GameCube games of all time. Will I do it straight away? Probably not. I'll probably take a little bit of a break first and get back to it. There's still a lot of long-running Let's Plays that I have running right now that I'd like to get back to. I kind of did this one both in the spirit of, I just wanted to do it, and Halloween was a funny excuse, because nature is scary, you guys. That said, a ton of fun. Really, really enjoyed this. And just really, really good game. I'm glad the series is still ongoing, even if we have to wait like a decade between sequels now. Going from Pikmin 2 being delayed was bad enough. I remember that. And Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 came out on the same console. So, that was a thing. But, yeah. No, that was fun. It was great to revisit. It's still a great game. And just getting to remember that is really nice, GameCube was a good era. A lot of really good games. There were some bad ones, but there were a lot of really good games. And especially some stuff like Custom Robo, which needs to come back. Anyway, I'm just going to shut up and sign off, and you guys can enjoy this reel of monsters. Nah, I'm kidding. Armored Cannon Beetle. Migrant Lithopod has developed a stronger carapace than its relatives. And we'll see some of its relatives later in the franchise. What's this fisheye lens? Beady long legs. Waxy secretions form this creature's distinctive armored shell. And I hit it. All the beady long legs can just burn for all I care. Bread bug. This creature's thick hide protects it from most attackers, unless you throw them directly on top of it or have purple Pikmin. These jerks. Burrowing Snagret. The bluish hue of its feathers distinguishes it from the burrowing Snarrow, which I believe are red. The Candy Pop Bud. Could this be the next step in Pikmin evolution? Like the Pikmin themselves, it has many mysteries. No, it's definitely not. Dwarf Bullbear. A bullbear at its early stage of development in its life cycle. This specimen appears to be nearly fully developed. The Dwarf Bulborb. Although similar in appearance to the Bulborbs, these belong to a totally different species. Yes, they're closer related to the bread bug, as it turns out. The Emperor Bullblacks. This massive grub dog buries itself when hunting. Hunting for idiots like me. Fiery Blowhog. This creature expels a combustible phosphor that ignites at moderate temperatures. Swooping Snitchbug. This rare species uses its antennae as wings. Not sure how probable, but we had to see the Gulix, which does not show up in the Forest Navel at all. Watery gelatinous membrane protects this creature's nervous system. Honeywisp. This creature collects nectar for the larvae waiting at its nest. Iridescent Flint Beetle. This forager stores indigested pellets in its stomach for winter. And we beat the snot out of it to steal them all. This is a creature who also does not belong in the distant spring, yeah. Mamuta. This creature seems fond of flowers, but only for their decorative properties. Pearly Clam Clamp. Though beautiful, this mollusk's pearls are thin and fragile. Pellet Posy. This sparsely growing plant is able to crystallize nectar into round pellets. Again, the physics of that are unknown, but... Puffstool. Many consider this walking fungus a delicacy. I would like to have a conversation with this mini that you speak of, Olimar. Puffy Blowhog. Instead of breathing fire, the species uses its hydrogen to float. You think would make it very combustible, but who am I? Shear Grub. Males of this species are purple and have an armored head. The Shearwig. The males of this species are able to fly, but the females remain underground. Yep, we've never seen a female Shearwig before. Ah yes, every player's nightmare. The Smoky Prog. Thought to be a malformed larval Mamuta. I don't know how Olimar came to that conclusion. Spotty Bullbear. This rare subspecies of Bulborb has a certain indefatigability. Spotty Bulborb. This nocturnal hunter feeds mostly on small animals returning to their nests at night. Water Dumple. This aquatic creature is a close relative of the Bulborb. Wogpole. This creature appears to be a newborn yellow Wollywog in tadpole form, which really is incentive to kill them on sight. Wollywog. This creature's coloration results from remaining sheltered in its cavernous dwelling. Yellow Wollywog. After evolution led to the development of its specialized jumping ability, this amphibian actually lost much of its ability to swim. Oh, so it could drown. How terrible. Wouldn't that be awful if they all just went extinct? The happy end. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if you enjoyed this little short playthrough of this amazing game. And I'll see you guys next time.